Oh, everybody's still talking. We were talking about this yesterday, and we're still talking about it today. Everybody's talking about yesterday's closed-door meeting between Speaker of the House Paul Ryan and Speaker of the Mouth Donald Trump. Everybody, all the Republicans are saying it went great. But bringing the Republican Party together is going to be a slow process because Paul Ryan stressed that it's very important we don't fake unifying. Okay, yeah. Paul Ryan doesn't want to fake it, and Trump is having trouble finding the GOP spot. Besides, I hear it's a myth. I hear the GOP spot is a myth. Besides, people can smell fake unity a mile away, whether it's, reunited Guns N' Roses or post-Civil War America. Doesn't... What else is happening in the news? What else is happening? All right, Donald Trump. Yeah, according to the Washington Post, back in the early 90s, Trump would call news organizations pretending to be his own publicist to brag about himself. He hid behind a fake name. It is hard to believe there was a time when Donald Trump was ashamed to say how tremendous he is. The Washington Post says that they have recordings of multiple calls from public relations men who sound precisely like Trump himself, going by the name John Miller and sometimes by John Barron. Okay, and these publicists said things about Trump like he's doing tremendously well financially, Madonna wants to go out with him, Carla Bruni is leaving Mick Jagger to date Trump, and on top of those two, he's got 3 other girlfriends. That doesn't include the 2 secret girlfriends he's got in Canada. And in the 1990s, Trump admitted under oath that he was John Miller and that the whole thing was a joke gone awry. So, a lot like his presidential campaign. But...
He out here, man. He out here telling his story, man.
But this morning, on the Today Show, Trump said this.
Are you aware of the tape? Is it you?
No, I don't think it, I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time, and it doesn't sound like my voice at all.
Wow, I don't know who that guy on the phone was, but he does one hell of a John Miller impression. Look, clearly, Donald Trump acted as his own publicist under a pretend name, which is odd, but no odder than anything else he's ever done. And I just don't think there's any reason for him to deny that he did it. I'm sorry, I knew I should have turned this off. I apologize. Hold on one second. I gotta take this. Hold on. Hello?
Hello, Stephen. This is Donald Trump's new PR spokesman, Donald Melaniowicz.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Did you say Melaniowicz?
I mean Baron McJohnington. Anyway, listen here, dummy. I was watching your show, and I don't like the lies you're telling about Donald Trump, who's my incredibly successful boss and definitely a different guy than me.
Wait a second. You're saying back in the 1990s, Donald Trump did not pretend to be his own publicist?
Of course not. He didn't have time back then. He was too busy banging Madonna and Jessica Rabbit.
Look, Mr. McJohnington, Jessica Rabbit was animated.
She sure was, if you know what I mean. We had Looney Tune sex. I mean, Donald Trump did.
Oh, come on. You're obviously Donald Trump.
I wish I was. The man's a god. An unstoppable force of charisma and sexual energy. Sometimes I wish I could have sex with him myself. I'm not worth it.
Look, Mr. McJohnington.
Who's that?
It's you.
But not anymore. He got fired. I'm his new publicist, Mil John Ivanka Tower.
Look, Mr. Trump, listen.
Mr. Trump's not available. He's making love to Taylor Swift on a boat made of steaks. The best. Gotta go.
Hello?